All right. All right. Well, we got. Nope. What? What? What are you?
Are we up and running?
What's the matter with you? What do you look like? Okay. What's going on tomorrow? What you got going on tomorrow?
Cool. Cool. After school, going to sleep.
Why?
I got nothing to do, really. Tired.
You're not gonna play video games or something? You're not gonna play Fortnite?
Fortnite's in my room, and no, I have to have her.
Ah. You gonna do your chores?
I just did this, and it lied. Do two hands up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Supposed to do something. There you go.
Yeah. Wow. Whoa. That's crazy.
Comes down.
What are we doing? Are we up and
Is
running?
it gonna put? Is my fist gonna turn?
Oh.
It's
gonna rain.
Go hard. Go hard.
Oh,
See if it doesn't move.
that's weird.
What am I
And
doing?
my laptop's being weird.
No.
Jose says hello.
You want to see him too? Will you say hi?
All right. Oh. Hi, little ones. Okay, buddy. We're gonna start our live now. So I'll talk at you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh. Family is the most important thing. Welcome to another edition of Uncle Buck's Garage Live.
Hello.
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 God.
All right.
We're goobers.
It's been a good week. It's been a good 5 or 6 days. My latest news is the old cast iron heads are off. The aluminum heads are on. The intake is on. It is curing. The silicone on everything is curing, and I should have it probably up and running Thursday.
Nice.
Nice. We get to make the final run, and we're going to have all kinds of little videos coming out about this, that, and other thing. Now, I want to ask all my mechanics guys. I want you to ask you this question. Now, I had 8 cylinders. 6 of them were black, sooty, nasty, rich. Terrible. I mean, terrible rich. But I had 2 cylinders, number 4 and number 6 on the passenger side were clean. But number 2 and number 8 on the passenger side were black and sooty and rich. What do you think it is?
Rings.
I'd say it sounds like 2 of them weren't firing.
No, they were firing. I ohm checked all the spark plug wires there. They were firing, but the number 2 and number 4 were clean. And
They're all washed.
nope. Black sooty is rich, too much fuel. So what I found out
They're
is
stuck open.
Huh?
They've been stuck open?
no. There was a small pinhole, an air hole in that little EGR old school Edelbrock intake. That the heat patches goes underneath the intake.
Yeah.
To try to warm it up in the wintertime. There was a small air hole in that, and it was putting extra air in those 2 cylinders. So it was actually affecting the air-fuel ratio in those 2 cylinders. Because they're connected. I don't know how, because they're connected to the exhaust cylinders.
My
exhaust side.
garage said valve seals.
But I did find the hole. It's always fixed. So intake is back on. I got to put the headers on it, but I am 15 hours in on swapping everything and finding little things here and there that I'm fixing. But I'm still true to the test. I didn't put roller rockers on it. I didn't do anything special. I put the regular rocker arms on it, the stamped steel ones from the factory, because I want to see exactly what just changing just the heads does. Make a couple runs. Let's see what we get. Then we'll go back and we'll play with it. after that. But I'm putting the timing back the same, the carburetor back exactly the same, everything. I'm just changing the heads as an experiment.
There you go.
All right. How was your week?
Oh, mine was pretty good.
Well, he got stuck in Northwest Arkansas. That he went for a
I went for a recall.
and it cost him the whole day.
Turned
Yeah,
into a wiring harness repair.
and a wired arm spare. So
Rodents in a brand new car.
now, if I were y'all, I would sprinkle cayenne pepper in your engine bay.
Yep, that's what the cayenne pepper did. So it's a red hot chili pepper. How was your week?
Yeah, pretty good. I got the 93 up and running. It's fully operational now.
Air conditioning now.
Yeah, it's got AC in it, and cruise control, and
In
wipers,
fifth gear.
in fifth gear.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's gotta be in fifth gear to use cruise control.
What are you laughing at? What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, is that an inside joke thing?
No,
Yeah.
he's gonna.
Shut up.
Okay.
Be quiet now.
Anyways, so just remember, I'm going to see Miss Santana tomorrow morning. So I just wanted to make just remember B&A Engine Works out of Van Buren, Arkansas. If you need anything done, she is your person to talk to. And just don't ever forget the Summit and JEGS Super Links. It's in the links below. T-shirt links, every kind of links, help support channel. Everything helps. Every little bit helps. But yeah, we're going to be. And the other big news is that on the 12th of September, there's a big race at my local track that we're going to. We'll be doing lots of content about it. I'm trying to get all this done so I can have it ready for the racetrack on the 12th. So I don't know if I'll get the axle swap, the flips done, but I'm gonna be at the races on the 12th, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna see exactly how she can do. What?
I got this bug bite on my arm and it itches.
Oh, okay. She looks like she's laughing at us. That's what she looks like.
No.
She's giggling because Mr. Cat Fever over there.
Roscoe, stop.
Now I'm just trying to get ready to write me out, man.
Anyways, so do you guys have any questions today? Anything about cars?
I didn't say anything. I didn't do it.
Okay, let me just let you in on the secret, because when we were sitting around the table here eating supper and everything, we have this meal every Tuesday night before we do the live. There's always some outlandish or like risque or whatever.
You started it tonight.
Anyways, there's always some subject that comes up that gets the ball bouncing and we go right off the rails. Yes, I said something colorful. I probably should have said it. I probably should have said it, but I said something colorful. Yeah, and so that's what started the ball bouncing.
Well, it happens.
It happens. But usually I'm not the one. Usually it's somebody else doing it, but today it was my turn. Okay, but I ain't got no dumb dad jokes. So, do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, a home engine builder said, how is the 400 coming along?
Oh, the 400 is at a standstill at the moment because we're just waiting on Miss Santana to get availability so we can get a ultrasonic bath and a Magnaflux done on it.
Your heads are on my truck. Home engine builder. That's it. Your heads and your springs and all the hardware. It's on the truck, so it'll be running this week, and I'll have videos out and might even take a tour with it.
You want a drag race?
I'm good right now. Now,
Put the 80 and the 93 together. Find out who wins.
What, with that Granny 5-speed?
all right, Meow. We know who has the fastest one here.
Oh, calm down, Skeeter. It's your wife's.
Oh, I do want to say,
Cadillac.
it's kind of a sad day. I don't know if you guys have heard yet, but
I think everybody in the whole world is.
yeah, it's kind of sad. I mean, everybody loves Dolly. I mean, it doesn't matter what your persuasion is. Everybody loves Dolly.
I still think she died from Botox poisoning.
You know, you can raise them, you can beat them, you can try to teach them, you know, but they still come up with some shit like that. So,
Whoa!
Watch your profanity.
profanity, no profanity,
Now he's coming up with conspiracy theories.
no politicals.
I didn't drink.
Yeah, I need alcohol. To deal with you, Chris. Lord. Yes.
Where'd it go?
What? On the door. On the door.
Door.
No, the alcohol. You had a whole bunch of beer in there. Where'd it go?
I drank it.
He used it for the brats.
He didn't use that much for the brats.
Oh, it took me 2 nights, but I drank them.
I'm saying,
Lights.
now it takes quite a bit for the brats.
No, there was like 18
No, it didn't.
left. I drank 9 of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about the boys. Well, we're in here. They're in there with their grandma and their aunt. Up in their favorite movie.
Actually came up with a good question.
Home and Your Boater says, sweet, hope it wakes up and was worth the effort. And Judy says, hi, Uncle Buck, Kenny, Chris, and Presley.
Hello, Miss Judy.
Miss Judy.
What?
I've been trying to remember it.
Why
I
would
came up with-
somebody put a trailer hitch on a hybrid?
Oh yeah, he did that.
Yeah, I did that today.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Well, if that's
Doesn't-
all they have,
Here's
did you ever find out why?
no.
No.
Well, okay. This is the only thing that I can come up with. This is kind of the setup that.
Hi,
he's got to-
Santana.
Hi, Miss Santana.
Come and see you in the morning.
Miss Santana, I need a 400 vatted and Magnaflux.
She says, so y'all are waiting on me? Meow.
Kind of, sort of. We're waiting on questions.
But the only thing I can like is like kind of like a prepper thing.
On a hybrid?
Oh no, yeah. That's the best I could come up with because he had like radar detectors and like humidifiers,
Oh,
range
okay.
stuff, and all this stuff, all this tech in the front of the car, and I'm like, this guy's got to be like camper or whatever because Sorrentos are all-wheel drive,
He's a storm chaser.
but
Storm. That's a
It
possibility.
was
Storm
Lee Jimmer's
chasers.
vehicle.
I don't know, but like it's
Santana
just
says, bring
weird
it
that
down.
it's just weird that they wanted a 7-pin on a Sorrento.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
He's
but
a
that's
storm
for trailer brakes too.
I know.
Yeah, Santana says bring it down. Byron says, have you guys seen the Engine Tech brand flat tappet lifters on Amazon for $90? They're 2-piece lifters like the original
the hard
GM
ends.
lifters were. If I remember correctly, Michigan Motorsports has them.
I caught them just today. They have the little 1/8-inch hardened bottom on them, like old school.
Yeah.
You know, now we'll see if that's actually hardened, like back in the day, 40 years ago. But now there is a new Unity Motorsports did a video. He tried the new Comp Cams flat tappets. They have that black coating. It's like Teflon on the bottom of them, and he run them almost dry, and it never even scratched it. It's like this new thing from Comp Cams. I'm curious. I'm curious about that too.
There's a lot of those, like even like.
Well, that coating stuff started in Indy.
No, I know, yeah, but like all of mine are like all of your dual overhead cams and all those. The actual, well, they're not lifters.
Right.
They're
It's a
more of
different
like
animal.
a cup that goes over the spring, and that's what the cams ride on. But essentially, that's their form of a lifter. Anyways, they naturally they put a Cerakote on it.
It's not I can't remember. It's a 3-letter abbreviation, and I was out in the garage today. I probably got grease on it. That's why she cleaned the lens. But it's they are trying to find out ways to make the flat tappets live again because they're so much more economical than. I mean, I looked it up. It's $1,100 for a retro roller cam and lifters for the big block, where it's $300 for a flat tappet in the cam. You know, and half of them are billet, so you can't run a regular distributor gear, which means you're paying $230 for a melanized distributor gear, which you're almost paying the same for the distributor gear as the cam and lifter set for a flat tappet.
Yeah,
just for a roller. So you're in $1,400 just to get, you know,
a valuable setup.
Just to get a roller set up for a retro to a Mark IV big block. I mean, it's.
Sounds crazy, man.
No, it's so. I mean, so they are trying to come up ways. What?
Say it one more time, Chris.
What?
I'm gonna throw something at you.
Is this the joke that I don't know about?
Yes.
Okay.
His goal for this live is to see how many times he can say meow without you catching on. And he's literally said it like 9 times, and I'm like, bro, stop. Because I thought you would catch on by like 6 or 7.
Okay. Cars, trucks, diesels, hybrids, no meows.
No meows.
Give me one of them bunker gloves.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna go just reach over.
Santana says Engitech is a decent brand, but I would be cautious.
Yeah.
Comp had to do something. Their failure rate was worrisome. And Home Engine Builder says, why not just go roller cam? Beside the expense, there are performance benefits. Santana says, I agree, Home Engine Builder. And Dave said DLC, diamond-like coating.
That's what it is. Yeah. The DLC. That's what it is. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And those lifters are like $230 a set, and they just have the coating just on the bottom. But I mean, like, you're still talking about, you know, 150, 200 for the cam and 230 for the lifter. So you're still running all the economical valve train stuff. So you're still only $430 in instead of $1,400.
Yeah, but most of the time too, you're thinking, well, like with a roller cam, it's more efficient, so it's more efficiently able to lubricate and make power.
Well, it's friction.
Yeah,
it's
less friction.
Less friction in the internals. Yeah,
frees it up. That's why, like, most guys, like when they start building their hot rod, they get rid of like all the stuff they don't need, like that produces a mechanical lag, like the
power steering
pump and the
put an electric,
you know, the water pump
in it.
Yeah, all of that.
No, that's just.
I get it, but like for like just a daily cruiser, or like just getting started, I feel like the more economical thing is to do flat tap it and then just build up to it.
Someday, but not today for me.
If I want to make 500 horsepower, you know, maybe, but like if I'm just cruising it, you know, 300 is nice.
Do we have any questions? What? Meow? Did you say meow?
Y'all don't be shy, meow.
My kids are a bunch of buttheads. My kids
You're
are a
lucky,
bunch of buttheads.
You're lucky that I'm food stuck, so I can't move, or I'd grab that little toy semi and throw it at you.
You're lucky I'm food stuck and can't move, or I'd grab that little toy semi and throw it at you.
We're off the rails already, guys. We're not even half an hour in.
I knew it was coming.
She can't control herself. She's laughing hysterically, and this one is—they're all bouncing right now.
I'm not.
The last Santana says the last flat tappet that I broke and survived very nicely, and it was comp. I was very worried, but I attribute a lot of it to the lubricant that I've been using.
The braking oil. Yeah, the braking oil. That 400 Ford. Yep.
See, I am so ready to just start slapping it together because I'm gonna bathe that thing in braking oil and assembly.
Well, no, you buy specific oil that has the zinc in it for the flat tappet cams.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
There's lots of manufacturers that make it right now.
Dave says Summit has those comp cams DLC hydraulic lifters for $116.95 right now.
They're 116 now. When I looked online, they were 230.
You're probably looking at the kit.
Maybe you aren't as
Maybe.
awesome as Dave.
Maybe. No, I'm not as awesome as Dave. Dave is pretty awesome.
That look pretty good deal, Meow.
It does.
Hey, Dad.
If he didn't say it, I was going to. He swallowed his thingy. Chris, spit, don't swallow.
Hey.
It's cause he chews. Spit, don't swallow. That's nasty. Come on now. Chew my out of the gutter.
Sorry, what's that?
Oh.
Right off the rails.
Home Independent said,
It has involved the rail.
how is the rear gear install in the truck? I enjoyed the video showing the draggy time improvement, but I'm curious if they meshed well with no noise. Not an easy job to nail. And then Dave said, that's what I'm going with on my next build on this comp cam I have.
Yeah. The locker kit is, the more I drive it, the quieter it's getting. And the less noticeable it is. When I first pulled out in it and backed up and turned, you could hear it click, 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 click. And then now, when I pulled it into the garage to do it on the last couple of runs, you can't hear it around corners. It doesn't even push. I mean, you got to drive a little different. If you put the beans to it halfway through the apex of the turn, it's going to push you forward. It's going to push you towards the ditch. But just driving regularly, if you know that going in, the more I've driven it, the quieter it's gotten. A couple of times I drove it, I didn't even hear it. I mean, it works great. I mean, it locks them both up, and we'll see what happens with the new heads. Because I know I'm up in the power and at least a point of compression. So, but I know it was running very, very rich because the pistons all have a wash ring around the outside edge of all the pistons. It's still dark in the center, but the gas has washed all the edges of the pistons clean because it was running so rich. Uncle Eric called it at the races in April. He said that they were running rich. I couldn't tell, because I hadn't pulled the plugs. That's the other thing is that everything on it was new. I didn't have to break loose nothing. Everything was loose. The headers, the intake bolts, everything was just almost just finger tight. It was just like crick, crack, 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 crack. It was, yeah. I'm definitely.
Whose fault was that?
Yeah, it's my fault. I'm definitely gonna have to start doing. Even the plugs were loose.
Yeah.
They were just kind of like finger tight in there. I mean, so I'm gonna definitely have to start doing a nut and bolt check on a regular basis once it goes back together again.
Well, you got to do that anyways with them aluminum heads.
Yeah.
You got to do 3 cycles and retort.
Do you have to do that with yours?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Anything aluminum you want to.
Yeah, anything I put a head on, it does 3 heat cycles. So I'll get it all the way hot, pull it all the way down, get it all the way hot, pull it all the way down.
Oh, Uncle Dave, you'll be proud of me. I did spend the money for ARP studs.
Yes.
Yeah, that killed me. I wanted to do the $47 ones off of Amazon, but I didn't. I went ARP. I spent the money.
Home Engine says all the gear sets in the rear I've installed have lived, but 50-50 on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think I want to see what difference it'll make. Like, and I know we're not gonna make anything in the near future that's gonna be powerful enough to warrant such a contraption, but B&M rear end covers, the 2 stumps.
That screw into the saddles.
Yeah, screw in the saddle. You lock them into the saddles and you lock them down. I want to see what kind of difference traction that makes.
Well, it's like I don't know if if you pay attention. I watched a lot of the street racing channel and Gen 2 Garage and Old Man's Garage, and everything they have is like a 9-bolt version with a center plug. Like now you pull the axles, you pull the whole hub out, but everything is braced. Top and bottom, it's all welded up so they can't twist it all.
Right.
Because I know that rear end in it, if I go pretty much, I know for a fact, even though it's a 12-bolt rear end and it's got 30 spline, big heavy axles in it, it's twisting. It's moving as you put the beans to it.
Right.
So the more power that goes to it, the more it's going to twist, and the more it's going to start trying to warp and everything. And there's going to be bracing that's going to have to be involved, you know. So there's limits to everything.
Right, but I mean, like I'm just curious on like as far as like because every like you got your pinion yoke and all that, like when you apply power to it, how much movement or how much I guess
Flex.
how much less flex it would provide.
What's up?
Santana says, is Chris the guy trying to fall asleep, Judy? Because Judy says, tell Chris to not swallow the nasty junk or he will puke, and y'all are not cleaning up his mess.
We're not cleaning up this mess.
We got coffee grounds, I'm sure. You all right?
No, I'm not falling asleep.
That's the reason. The reason I say it is because Judy Ann's brother, he dips constantly, and it's. Home
Engine Builder says if you used ARP fasteners, you shouldn't have to worry about retorquing.
I'm going to check it anyways. We're going to go through 2 or 3 heat cycles before I put the water in it, and just to warm it up and let it cool and warm it up, let it cool, warm it up, let it cool, just to make sure. To put the valve covers on it, and we're going to go have some fun. But I do know, I did notice on the last run, once I get it out of the driveway, it's going on the lift, and I'm going to take it to the drive shaft shop because I heard the U-joint start clanging. Yeah, that on the last turnaround, I heard it putting gear. I heard it clunk, and I heard it, you know, so. And it's the original that was in the frame when we got it, and there's no telling how old it is. It's 50 years old.
Those needle bearings are screaming for their lives.
Yeah, and we really start putting the beams to it. If I really start twisting on it, then we're going to need to do a drive shaft just to be safe.
There's a little place in Fort Smith that does that.
I know it's on 0 Street.
Or you
Just past the Walmart.
Or right up there off 71.
Yeah, you can go the backside end, or you can go off 0.
Arkansas. I think it's like Arkansas drive shaft.
No, it's Dave's drive shaft.
Dave's drive shaft.
Dave's drive shaft.
I think it used to be Arkansas.
He's the one.
Or it's by Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Yes, it is. He's the one that built the drive shaft for the first one. Did a great job, and I had it back in 2 days. So, and it was balanced and it was beautiful.
Why don't you just punch them out and put them in yourself?
Because okay.
Because he's getting bougie with this truck. I don't know if you've noticed.
Well, I'll tell you this. All right. Now, so I had a 97 Ford Explorer that got ran up on it. My dad was driving it, got in snow and ice, and ran up sideways on a guardrail and bent the drive shaft. Well, mine was a 5-liter V8 Explorer, all-wheel drive, kind of a rarer configuration of them. So we tried to buy, one off a wrecked one, but the V6 ones had a different drive shaft.
Yeah. So
we ended up having to take it there, and that thing, after he got done with it, it drove smooth as new.
And it's a very small diameter drive shaft. I want to get something a little bit beefier for the actual shaft itself. So I'll just have them. I had the exact length. I'll just have them make me one. They're like $112, a new drive shaft.
Home Engine says if you're running rich but fan of OMG, the ATM carbs they promote are the real deal. $760 is real money, but cheaper than off the shelf Holly and built to your combo.
Yeah.
But there is a wait. Order 6 to 8 weeks in advance.
Yep. Next year for the ATM. I already got that on my wish list. ATM carburetor. I mean, I can't find anybody's ever said anything bad about them. That they build them for your specific application, and that when they come in, they're spot on. I've heard they're the best there are. I actually met the guys at PRI, in 24. Mike messaged me today.
Which Mike?
Bye, Santana.
Clark.
Have a good night.
Bye, Santana. I'll see you in the morning. Don't be late.
We'll kiss you on the flip side.
Anyways, Mike Clark.
Yeah.
He wants to know about PRI. He wants to know if we decide to go. He wants to know how many rooms.
I thought he said he could only get 2 reserved.
He's got 2 reserved now, but apparently there's openings. He's been checking on it.
Okay.
So he's thinking about it. He's been checking on it. So, do you have PTO? You have time?
I have 40 hours.
Okay, how much are you accruing? Because we'll be we'll drive up there on Thursday, come back on Sunday then.
Are you, for your PTO, do you get 40 hours every year, or do you accrue it like your mom does?
I don't accrue it.
So if we went, you'd just be using 2 days. Because
unless it was a weekend he was supposed to work.
What did we do last time? We drive up on Wednesday and come back on Saturday?
Where's it at?
Yeah. It's in Indianapolis, Indiana.
It's at the stadium.
It's at the Tiger Stadium.
Yeah. No, we went up on
The Colts?
It's cold.
Colt?
The Colts. What did I say?
Tiger.
Tiger Stadium? Okay. All I know is it's cool because there's an underground walkway and you come out in the stadium and it's 70 degrees in there and 10 below,
You said in Indy?
Indianapolis, yeah.
They do I think it's probably the same place they do the big fire show every year, too.
Yeah. PRI used to be in Florida, but now they moved to Indianapolis. I don't know why. But it's always the middle of December. And of course, you drive all the way across, through St. Louis and everything, and you get to Indianapolis, and you don't get snow until you literally get 2 miles from the hotel.
Now, don't they have an airport down there?
Oh yeah, you drive right by the airport, dude. Yeah. For that.
This is the same. I mean, yeah.
It might be cheaper to fly.
It's the second week of December. Don't know exactly. I'd have to look it up. I'd have to look it up on the thing. But Mike wanted me to ask. We want to know: are you guys double bunking? Do we need to get another room? He's kind of like feeling me out. But I'm going up there this weekend to pick up a load of parts. So.
I'll go to PRI again. I kind of liked it.
I really liked it. See all the stuff coming in the pipe?
Yeah, I like it.
Yep. You like getting your butt beat by Micah playing pool. You're never going to live that down.
Yeah, but it's a good bonding experience.
Yeah.
Mike goes every year, I think.
Have any of you guys ever been to PRI? I mean, when it comes to like stuff like for Bamalam, for like the racing stuff, that's the place to go. But I'm really jazzed for November for SEMA.
What weekend's PRI?
Just look up PRI. It'll be like the second weekend. It'll be like Thursday through Saturday.
On December?
In December, second week of December, something like that. Anyways, have you guys ever been to SEMA or PRI? Give me some tips and pointers. Because, Christina's going with me, but Mike's going alone. So I think me and Mike will be
10th through the 12th.
10th through the 12th. So it's just a 3-dayer?
Yeah.
So it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah. So we'll drive up on Wednesday.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No, wait a minute. We just did Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
we drove Thursday. We did Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up.
Flights. That's what I'm looking up too. Home Engine Builder says broke countless drive shafts. I'm rough on the throttle, broke the front yoke on a 93 Lightning on the highway and pole vaulted. LOL.
Yeah, we'll put a drive shaft loop in it because the class that I'm gonna run the street tires in it, but they do allow drag radials, which that'll be necessary for me to put a drive shaft loop in it there so I don't pole vault. Yeah, but I'm gonna do everything I can to make it as functional with street tires on as I can.
Yeah.
Before I have to like actually pull the and put drag radials on it for the class. And Mark at the drag strip, he runs that race about 4 times a year. So we'll put a plate kit on it because it's you're allowed to have drag radials, but it's got to be a full tagged, insured, everything car, and you're allowed 1 power adder, which pretty much everybody that runs there runs a plate nitro system because it's all street cars.
Surprisingly, you said it's mostly the nitrous?
Yeah.
Kind of surprised.
Some are run a turbo. Some, they're allowed. You're allowed 1 power. You can't run dual turbos. You can only run a single, or and drag radials. But that's it. Everything else has to be no electronics. You can run a 6AL ignition box, but no no two steps, no trans brakes, no. It's got to be foot brake, tagged, insured, working headlights, taillights, working turn signals, working windshield wipers. It's got to be a street car. Cannot be pushed up to the lines. You got to drive yourself off the trailer and on. Oh, and that's the other thing about the race. It's straight off the trailer. There's no test runs. Yeah,
In September.
In September, yeah, straight off the trailer. That's why I'm glad I got my spot. I mean, that bridge, half a mile down the road, it's pure concrete, and it's there. It does, it's got no rubber on it whatsoever. And it's perfect because I can run out there. I can just piddle, just kind of piddle down out there, turn around, and just hammer down. And then I'm not even turning. I'm coming right back to the house.
Home Engine Builder says 275/60, 15 Cooper Cobras for the street every time on a square OBS.
Yeah, well, I'm running 275/60s, but they're Avengers. They're kind of the same thing as Cooper Cabres as Last Cooper Garage likes to call them. I've run Cooper before. I'm a bargain basement. Mastercraft, Grand Am, Grand Prix, Grand this, Grand that back in the 90s and 2000s. Yeah, just off the shelf. But 275/60 is what I got all four corners of the Bamalam right now.
Yeah.
So didn't I know Mastercraft used to be a generic Cooper?
Yeah,
but didn't they get bought out?
I don't know. All I know is I can still get them. Mom's got Mastercraft. I got Mastercraft on the white truck, and I got Mastercraft on Bamalam.
Because I know when my truck needs tires, I'll put Mastercrafts on it. Now, the Mastercraft doesn't make anything for her car.
No. But I mean, they still make 17s and 16s and 15s.
Well, they can do 33, 12, 50, 20s. Yeah. On mud tires.
Yeah, they do mud tires. I mean, pretty much my tire guy down here in town.
Presley's the bougie one. She got Michelin's all the way around.
Well, she didn't buy that truck. You did, bougie boy.
So her car has got Pirellis right now, but when I have to replace them, I'll probably go with Michelin Pilot.
Yeah, call me fucking bougie.
Watch your profanities.
Actually, the Michelin's an upgrade on that car. The Pilot Sport AS. They're about $450 a tire. So.
Yeah, I can buy a set for $450.
Yeah. That was the nice thing about the Cadillac. I think the set of tires for it was.
Yeah, it was less than that. It was like $300. Yeah, the big 15 big tall radial for his Cadillac was $300. I got him at Rick's.
The 21-inch performance tires is.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Home Engine said drag strip an hour away from me has started a street class for classic small block actual street cars. Hope this becomes a thing. Mastercraft are also great, especially black wall out.
No. No, I am from the 80s. It's gotta have them white walls out. Gotta have them out. You gotta get the bleach white out.
Yeah.
Make them
Get
shine.
the white letters out.
White letters out.
What we used to use to get them white at the car wash is we used a wire brush and just like tire shine and scrub the piss out of them.
Yeah.
And then just took a rag and.
Yeah, that's why I have like 2 or 3 bottles of Weston bleach white on the shelf in the garage because it you just take the thing to it, take the water hose to it, wipe them off, and they look brand new.
Yeah, I'm a black wall guy.
No, you need to put white walls on that caddy.
No. I'm talking about
white
white
letters.
walls. White walls. Yeah, not white letters. White walls.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, they're talking about white
Letters.
letters out. Yeah. They ask me, I always say white letters in. I want the black letters out.
Nope. White letters out.
Like if
you got to admit, my truck.
whenever I go to rotate those tires on that 93, if there's white letters on the inside, I'm swapping them. I'll bust the bead, spin the tire.
But I was saying, my truck being blacked out like it is.
It's not that deep.
It is that deep.
It's not that deep.
It is that deep.
I thought you guys were talking about like actual white wall tires, and that's why I was like, oh.
Well, even like
White lettering.
Yeah, well, it's white letters.
Yeah.
White
I'll say it again.
I know.
I thought you were talking about actual white wall tires.
No, those.
I could give two craps about white letters.
Yeah, he was, but we weren't.
No, now the caddy. Yeah, eventually it might get white walls on it.
Yes.
But the price on those aren't cheap. because
Neither is
you
that
rich-
vehicle.
yeah,
I remember the '79 had white letters on it,
Oh yeah. Yep.
and I still to this day every time I go to the car wash,
Trail buses, something like
yeah,
that.
they were like 32. They were 32 by 11.
Yep.
Yeah,
We shined them up. Yep, and had some
Not that.
ratty old nasty rusted up chrome mods on it, and we took the wire wheel to it, and believe it or not, that wire wheel worked. Freaking worked.
Yeah, it worked pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
Because it was they were crusty. That
Yeah,
truck,
yeah.
the wheels on that, it was old fishing rig or something. That
he
truck,
used it to move his camper around.
yeah, it was crusty.
Yeah, that thing was.
It cleaned up good though.
As I say, it was like when I bought it, I paid $470 for it, starting ran back in 14 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, when was that? 2012.
Yep.
Paid $450 for it, started ran, drove it on the trailer, drove it home, and it was
Barely fit on the trailer.
barely fit on the trailer, and it was like 7 different colors.
It was.
Had this nasty bull bar in the front,
Yep.
and
It
I loved it.
had a 4-inch pipe as a front bumper. Just a
Like a
4-inch pipe.
4-inch steel, 4-inch thick bumper.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we put another 300 pounds of steel in the front of it, and
Yep. That was my masterpiece. Yep.
and I was nicknamed. That truck was nicknamed Snowplow for its.
Yep. Simon & Simon front bumper on it. If you guys know that old Power Wagon, that red Power Wagon, Simon & Simon, the television show. You know, the younger brother had the Camaro with the tonneau top on it, but the brother had the Ram Power Wagon with that big old thick,
brick on the front.
brick on the front of it. That's what I built him, and it was worth it.
Yeah, boy, I'm gonna tell you,
I was protecting the world from him.
I did not protect that 1-ton.
No, yeah.
I crushed the front end on a 1-ton, and I just found one little 1/4-inch dent.
Yep, it's a little
No,
thing.
now there was a truck that was here when I first started seeing. Okay.
Yep.
I remember that
That
one.
long bed. Yep. I still got a picture with an American flag sticking out the back of it. Yeah. On it.
Like I said, beast on the front of it.
Something like that. Yep.
I still have that plate.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that one.
We zip tied it to the grill.
Good times.
Yep.
Good times. Yep. Ah, the memories. We're gonna make more of them, but it's gonna be a good rest of the year. But yep, I've been working. My shoulders are wrecked right now because I'm not 18 no more, and Christina missed a chance to take pictures of me yesterday. I was in that engine compartment torquing heads, and my feet were dangling out of it. I was all the way to my thighs inside the engine compartment trying to get on bolts, and yeah. When I was 18 years old, I would dove into that like a pool, but I'm paying for it now. Everything, every muscle in my shoulders and my arms and my back are wrecked right now.
Sky Creeper.
Yeah, Dave, I need to borrow the Sky Creeper.
And I'll say this: I was at the Ford dealership. Actually, it was last week.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, with your thing. Yep.
Yeah, and there was another ST in there. And I was watching this mechanic. He was hopping like over the fender into the engine bay, straddling it, trying to put that new wire harness in there. I was like, and I thought I wanted to do this at one point in time, but I think it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Watch me do something. Those skinny guys make us big guys go to shame, dude. Like I got a lube tech that lives right next to me in the shop, and that dude, he'll end up feet dangling. Like you'll see, it's the funniest thing ever because he's the smallest guy in the shop, but he gets the biggest rigs to do oil changes on.
But
Like-
you know what the funniest part about the whole thing is? It wasn't hard to get into the engine compartment. Is once I was done, is getting back out.
Yeah, no. Let me finish my story. So like we'll say Monday, right? We had a 23 Chevy 2500 HD come in with a 6.6 Duramax in it, right? Come in for an oil change, and this little sucker was up in the engine bay doing his little pre-checks or whatever, and just bloop, pops right back out, gets up, raises the truck up. He raises it up, probably bottom of the truck's like right here. And his little short butt just gets underneath it and just starts looking around. I'm like, dude, what the heck?
There are advantages all for.
Do y'all have like the I call them like a reverse creeper that you can go over the engine bay and
That's what we're talking about, the Sky Creeper.
That's called a sky creeper.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dave has one packed up in the middle of all the stuff up in the shop, and I offered it to me, but I like at the time I was kind of short on space. But man, today this whole last 5-6 days I could have used it because
I learned that quick. There's a little foam pad that I have on top of my toolbox specifically for those.
Yeah.
For getting into engine bays, because for some reason we've all talked about getting a sky creeper for the shop. We're trying to convince, and it's just like we can't find one that's reasonably decently priced.
No,
that'll
they're
get an
all
okay from.
They're all expensive. Yeah. There's
But
especially if you're going to do one that like handles up to 400 pounds.
yeah, but there ain't nobody in the shop that big. But well, no, I'll take it back. This ain't a pretty big boy. Anyway, but yeah, I keep a foam pad in my. I found
To droop over the
to droop over. Yeah, no, to put over the radiator support so I can lay on it and be in the engine bay and not come up hurting.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, that hood hook, if it starts digging in you, it'll get annoying.
After 3 days, I thought I got a hernia. I really did because my stomach muscles were hurting so bad from leaning over that and being.
see, I guess it was last.
I think that's why I like my Camaro so much because they're lower to the ground. And you ain't got that problem.
Well, I was sitting there helping the body shop guy. There were a couple parts he forgot on mine, and
Yep, that's the one.
yeah,
Yep.
So there were a couple parts he forgot on mine, and so he brought them over to my house. He
Didn't mean
was
to do that.
hooking them up, and we had to do the windshield wiper cowl and the third brake light. And I was helping with the cowl. We got it done, and forgot to hook the squirters back up.
Look,
Can't forget the squirters.
Tell them about that.
how much is it?
114.
Yeah, see,
What is it?
400-pound capacity.
Timu or
Home Depot.
Oh,
Product height is 68.7 inches.
well, that's 5 foot 8 inches tall. If we ever start doing 4-wheel drive stuff, we're gonna have to have something like that, or like get a man basket on a winch or something.
No. You can get it.
Just
I
take
get
it-
it.
I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
take a cherry picker with a harness.
Sure he does. Home Engine Builder says, I
Yeah.
haven't posted because I'm waiting on machine work, but I'll be back soon with updates once I have
That's
valve to
I know, but
I don't know why
valve
it
to
is.
share.
It's the wrong car to use for the.
That's
thing.
what I was
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
my truck's one you need one for.
Yeah.
This is not easy. Appreciate what you do. What gen Camaro is best, and what year specifically, and why?
Second gen, 78 to 81 is my favorite.
Why?
My absolute favorite.
Why?
Because that's what I've always had and always been around. And now to buy a POS Hulk of a 70.5 to 73 split bumper is they're dipped in gold because there are not very many of them left. There are still rubber noses around. Now I would take a 74 to 77 with the chrome bumper. I would take one of those because it's the same suspension, the same everything. You can do whatever you want to with them. But for my preference, I'm a rubber nose, rubber butt, 78 through 81, second gen.
Now, is that the one that the original? I say original. The Transformers that was Bumblebee.
Yep. Well, that was the 76 or 77 because it had the bumpers on it.
Okay.
But that's the second gen. That's in between
Split grill
in between the split bumper and the rubber nose.
or like
And the chrome bumpers, the 74 to 77.
or like 21 Jump Street.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. That's the split bumper. That's the 70.5 to 73.
See, I'm a third gen guy.
I guess I'd be.
I've had them all.
Yeah. I like how the third gens look. I like,
They handle better.
yeah,
They brake better.
yeah. I
I'm
just,
trying to think of the difference. What was that?
What?
That Firebird like Patricia had? Would that be the same one?
That's
That was
third
a formula.
gen.
That's a third gen. She had a formula.
Yeah.
which was the upper end of that kind of car until you went to a
What?
GTA. Firebird.
She doesn't like my answer.
What?
She didn't like my third gen answer.
I'm looking at the
Dale says first gen Camaros look the best, and I am partial to the 68s, but a lot of folks would probably say 69.
Not me. I'd say
Nice.
67 because of the wing windows. I think it just makes them look better.
Parker says shalom, good to see y'all. Sorry I'm late. And Home Engine Builder said your mullet just grew an inch. LOL, I love those too. I currently Dale says I currently have a 77 and regret selling my 68 with 540 BBC.
That's a big block Chevy. That's a big engine. Yeah, that was a lot of dough in your pocket.
Home Engine said iRock is also awesome. Not a big fan of fourth or fifth.
Yeah, catfishes. I hate catfishes. The fourth gen and the new ones. When they first come out, the new ones, the like 11s or 12s, when they actually look like the 69, but now they don't look anything like they've hybrided in. They look like a transformer. Yeah,
It's Chevy tends to do that with a couple of them. They did that with the Camaro the first couple years. They brought that one back.
Yeah,
And then they did that with the Silverado, the 14 and 15s.
they kind of looked.
They look like kind of the square body or CK in between. I love the 14, 15, and then come 16, they change the headlights and the grill.
And then every year they change something
And
else.
the hood.
And the hood, yeah.
And I don't like how they look.
I got to drive a 14 when they first come out, and I love that 14 at test drive. It was out of pocket this time.
No, but when it comes to Camaros, I would let them all go away for a rubber nose. I would. 78 through 81, all day long. You know, I know them left and right alone like the back of my hand. Every nut, bolt, bracket, bit, and piece on them. You know, there ain't nothing that I don't know about those, and that's my bread and butter. And I'm going to have another one.
I'd say, looking at the different gens, I'd say I'm a first gen is probably my favorite style.
See, that's a 68 because it doesn't have wing windows.
We got a question.
Okay, question.
Mr. Grant Stevens says, hey man, new to buying a 1980 square body. Would you mind spreading a little info about mine? I'm having a hard time. It's manual transmission. How do I figure what kind it is?
3-speed and a reverse, or 4-speed and a reverse, or a really, really low. If the box is about this big and it's short and chunky, big and thick, then you have a granny 4-speed, which means it's a super uber low pulling gear and 3 forward gears with a reverse.
What year did they start RPO codes in glove box?
88.
88. Okay.
Yep.
Wouldn't also well, I mean, it's a square body, so it's
Okay,
probably a 350, right? Or a 400 for an 80s?
Yeah, it's going to be a 305, a 350, or 400. 3-speed Saginaw is going to be longer and skinnier, and then a 4-speed is going to be about the same length as a Saginaw box, but it's going to be beefier. It's going to be deeper. But you're definitely going to be able to tell, and it's literally going to be this big. You know, it's going to have a side plate on it, and it's going to be about this long.
Are there going to be any markings on the transmission?
Not really.
that he'll be
Nothing
able
that I
to-
can, off the top of my head, do.
Like-
I know them when I see them.
Yeah, what Chris was saying was RPO code. It was basically like a transmission code.
Yeah.
That didn't come out until 88 when
Half-
they went to the OBS.
Half ton, 3/4 ton, or 1 ton? That's the next question. That's another way for me. Because if it's 3/4 ton, even with a 350 or with a 400 with a big block, it's going to be, and it's a standard. If it's a 3/4 ton or a 1 ton, it's going to be a granny 4-speed.
350 engine 3/4.
What year was it again?
Then it's a granny. It's a granny. This big, tall, long stick. And it's going to be low 1, low 2, third, second and third, and then a reverse on the side. Yeah, it is going to be a big, heavy box about this big,
Okay.
and it's going to be unbreakable.
Yeah, they're
Home Engine said T-top or
T-top,
roof.
T-top.
T-top.
And Dell says, my goodness. He didn't say my goodness, but he says, new Camaros ain't got no butt. They
No.
look like oversized Corvettes. The old Camaros actually had some trunks on them. and GM missed the mark on the 5th gen Camaro side.
Yep.
And Dale says straight roof, original 83,000 mile Z28. And Christopher says my 80 C30 came with SM465 trans. They're prone to snap ring failure between 3rd and 4th. Michael says, hello, Uncle Buck. I'm just getting home from city council meeting.
Yep, city council. Hi, Mike. Yeah. Now I'm just going down memory lane just with the Camaros and stuff.
Home Engine says, 2nd gen definitely has sexy curves.
Doesn't matter whether it's Camaro or Firebird. Doesn't matter. They're still, but Firebirds were just naturally better. They were built better suspension wise. They cornered better and everything. They just did better. And you know, it's hard to beat a black with the T-tops with the bird on the hood with the shaker hood sticking out. What?
Dingle. Byron says I had a 94 Z28 handled like it was on rails, but a
Unit.
94.
PETA to work on.
Crossfire ignition.
Someone did
crossfire.
Someone did
Induction.
155 was all I could handle on top
Clear
end.
that thing
Started
any other
getting
time.
scary. Grant says, thank you. I noticed. Hi, he can come in.
It's okay.
94. That would be a TDI motor, wouldn't it?
94.
I thought he said 84.
Who? Byron said
John.
94 for
Okay.
his
Catfish.
Z28.
Oh, okay.
And then Grant says, thank you. I noticed a leak from rear end, so I replaced gasket and filled it up with gear oil. I'm unsure if I put it in wrong fill hole. 3/8 ratchet plug on other side of gasket is where I filled it.
Oh.
Dell says, sorry for the confusion, ma'am. Sometimes we get to talking to each other on the chat. Oh, no. I just read the chat so they know what's going on.
That's what it's all about.
Grant says, now the rear driver brake drum is leaking. Home Engine Builder says, I'm a Trans Am guy. That's okay.
Yep.
No, nobody. Okay.
Firebird.
No,
That's-
I'm not going for that joke.
It's the little details that show. And Byron said, had a LT1.
Well, lost. As
The
far as
joke?
No.
Oh.
They're just-
All the different people
They're just saying
talking.
about what they've had.
So Byron is the 94 Z28, and your dad asked him a question about what he had in it,
Yeah.
and he said he had the LT1.
The LT1. Yep.
I saw. How about that LT1 though? I saw something pretty cool the other day on the internet about the Corvettes that had that in the I guess the late 80s.
Yep.
With the saw blade wheels.
Yep.
They had a second key that had full engine power, or
Yeah, they had electronics in it. They were computers.
yeah, but you had like a switch on the dash.
yeah.
Where you could do full engine power or reduced.
Yeah. Yep.
Which I mean, back then that was.
That was a big deal.
I'd say.
I was gonna say the Explorer, I can put a pin code in and lock it down on horsepower for valet mode or something, but like that back in the 80s, that
Yeah, that was big doings.
Grant says, do you think me filling the rear end up on gear oil is causing the rear brake drum to leak?
No.
Or is there two different fill plugs on the rear end?
Sometimes there is. Depends on the model. But no, are you leaking gear oil or are you leaking brake fluid? Because of your what's the
it's like an axle seal. If
No, the
it's,
cylinder.
the brake cylinder. The on top of the drum. Yeah.
Because it's just a double-sided. It's just a double-sided piston with boots on it.
see, I wonder if you could leak out the brake with axle fluid if it was like the seal, the axle seal.
No, you just got to
You
find
would see. You wouldn't see that. See, that's a good point. You wouldn't see like an axle seal leak
Mm-hmm.
under the drum.
right. No, it's too thick. Plus, once it gets to that point, it's been heated and it gets real gummy.
Yeah.
So you won't actually see like a puddle underneath your drum if it's axle grease. It'll be if you have a puddle under your drum, it's going to be brake fluid.
Yeah. So it just depends on the location of the leak or the wetness.
Yeah.
So what would it look like if it was axle free?
So if it was an axle,
like the video that I did about changing the axle seals out on Bamalam, it had a
Like sludge almost?
like you took like mud and you smeared it around.
Gotcha.
It doesn't sling. It doesn't really drip. It just kind of like oozes out, kind of like a grease gun. It just kind of oozes out. And you can't fill them up far enough to make it where there's that much fluid in it where it would actually try to go out. It kind of like it sits level in the housing, which means everything just kind of dips as it spins.
Yep.
You know.
Dell says, I agree with Home Engine Builders. The 72 Trans Am once with a 455 HO was a lot of fun.
With the shaker hood and the scoops in the front. That's right. Yeah, those are really, really gorgeous cars.
And then Christopher is saying the wheel cylinder is probably a leak on the rear axle. And then he asked, is it a 14-bolt axle? And Grant said yes.
Yep.
And then Christopher said, my passenger rear brake wheel cylinder was the leak on my 80. The 14-bolt axle changed the rear end, fluid, and gasket. The fill plug is 3/8 plug on opposite side, right?
yes.
I think so. It's been a while since it's been into a 14.
Yeah, it'll be on the snout, on top.
I think they have an auxiliary too, because it's 14, because it's heavy duty.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about using a 14-inch. I had a camper special here at one time, and I thought about using a 14-inch for a drag racing application, and the axles were going to be more than actually buying a new rear end housing.
Yeah.
I mean, because just to get them to fit, you know, and to put them into a 5-lug, you know, hub.
Yeah.
It was expensive. Plus, they were going to be barrel drilled, you know, and yeah.
I'm just curious, what kind of bolt is the rear end of mine? Do you know?
Yours?
You have a 9-bolt. You have a 9-inch.
I know it's a.
You have a Ford 9-inch, so it's like I don't know.
It's
10 or
I know
12.
it's a 355 ratio.
Yeah, I think it's like a 10 or 12.
You know, the funny part, I haven't even checked to see what rear end ratios in Bamalam. It works. I mean, I go through the trap at 660 foot at about 5,500 RPM the second gear. It works.
Parker says he moved the Comanche yesterday, fired up and let it idle for about 20 minutes, and then moved it across the yard. I need to find a vacuum leak on it. It whistles when I use the brakes. He's thinking it might be the booster.
Possibly. Yep.
Take brake clean and start spraying everything.
Or
Starting fluid.
no, not starter fluid.
Something that bubbles?
Carb cleaner.
Hmm.
You use carb cleaner. Yeah. Either a brake cleaner or carb cleaner. Carb cleaner is not as
Acidic.
acidic.
I was going to say
It's
corrosive.
corrosive, yeah.
I worked with a guy one time that did not realize, he's like, is brake cleaner flammable?
Oh,
Isn't it all flammable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Highly.
Well,
brake clean even more so.
There was a fire ant man we needed to deal with, and he's like, I wonder, you think brake clean's flammable? And I'm like, yeah, and he starts, and then he's like, I'm gonna light it. I'm like, alrighty, I'm stepping back.
Here, yeah.
And that's my buddy we call No Eyebrow with Pete. Grant says, just strange. I changed the rear end, and the next day the drum is leaking, and it looks like new oil. I just put in the axle. Then Dell asks, what software do you use to edit your videos that you post?
I use ClipChamp.
Yep.
It's a free by Microsoft, and you just download the app to your computer. That's what I use. Got everything you need to do that, and it's free.
Now
You can also, if you're wanting to edit videos, you can also do Canva.
Which is again also free. That's what I use Canva to make my thumbnails.
I would also. Okay, sorry.
Good.
I would also like to reiterate that the drum leak, the brake drum leaking can be found if the fluid is in the drum. Now, if the fluid is outside the drum, but it's like on the backs, like so for every drum brake, there's a back wall, basically a back plate. If the wetness is behind the plate, that's the axle seal. If it's on the outside of that plate, it's the drum.
It's the brake.
It's the caliper. The brake piston.
Yeah.
So it depends on the location of the wetness, on what it is.
If it's rolling down the tire, it's your brakes.
Thumbnails. Mine grow naturally.
All right. Yeah. I still wanna do a disc conversion at some point.
I think we're gonna do that on Mom's car. I think we're gonna do that on the Mustang. We're gonna do a rear disc conversion on the Mustang.
Christopher says my 80 14 bolt is 4.10 gear.
14 years.
14 years.
And Home Engine Builder says you may be inspiring me to build another SBF. My daily OBS is tired after 266,000 miles.
I just hit 312 and it died.
Yeah.
Tragic death.
You know, we don't know how.
Parker
hard it
said
is.
he used propane.
For what?
To find the vacuum.
For a power booster.
Well, they've been running vehicles off propane for decades. I mean,
Diesel.
God, I love Parker.
That was kind of like the propane.
He's
was
like a
the
mad
nitrous to the
he's like a-
diesel.
you know
He's
what?
like a mad scientist.
He's going to message me on TikTok or something one of these days, and he's going to have lost all his beard because he's going to blow it off.
He's not going to look Amish anymore.
No, he won't look Amish
He's
anymore.
gonna look like a weird Dr. Evil. No hair, no nothing.
Home Engine Builder says it still doesn't leak. AC's still working. It's just tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, mine. We don't know how hurt it is, but I found oil in the coolant.
Not
Red.
good.
I was
Yeah.
like, not good.
Not good.
Did you have chocolate milk?
Just happened to get a '93 Ford for a couple $100, so he's good to go. Lang.
Dell, the name of the software he uses is Clip Champs.
Clip champ. I've got one loaded up right now.
And then Home Engine says, any progress on the Stang? It's too hot in Atlanta for me to swap in my motor since I have to work in the driveway.
Now that you bring it up, the Stang is in the garage with the air conditioner. I'm supposed to have somebody coming from Texas with a 302 roller motor.
Pooch! Yeah, from last live. Your friend Pooch. Okay, never mind.
Ken, I'm glad you got to turn the corner and become a Ford guy, though. You know.
Not a Ford guy.
Anyway,
He's a diesel guy.
I remember you, Pooch. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
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 Hi.
Talk about chats.
No. Talking about Pooch.
Okay, we're sorry,
we were
guys.
talking about at the end of last live. Remember when I was like, oh, he makes videos too. He's down in Texas. Yes, I remember all of this from last live. I have no life.
Sorry, I've got so much going on within the week. Like, I don't even remember what I ate last night for dinner.
Pork loin.
You know, as hard
Sure.
for LS as he was, we got to give him something from being up.
Yeah.
Dave
First,
says if
listen.
it started leaking
You're just
after
mad 'cause
filling
I
the
got first
pumpkin,
kid
is very
power
likely
stroke.
the outer axle seal.
And then a power stroke.
When cornering, the gear
First
oil
gen,
will
dude.
travel down the axle tube to the wheel bearing. If the seal is bad, it will leak. And John Doe says, look who it is. Hi, John.
Hi.
And then Dave says again, both the wheel cylinder and axle seal will leak inside the drum area and run out the bottom of the drum. Texas is too hot to install my motor, said John Doe. Christopher said it's not hard to pull 14-bolt axle to reseal. Then
Yeah,
John
they're floating
says,
axles. You don't have to pull a pumpkin.
and then John says, trying to push out the metal part of timing cover gasket.
Try to pull out the metal part of a timing cover gasket. You talking about the front seal on the hub for the harmonic balancer?
Explain yourself.
That's what my truck needs, a time cover gasket, isn't it?
Your truck needs a whole helping dose of it.
Wow, his truck is like brand new. Why was he
You got
getting
the timing cover, really.
Because he bought it used from a Kia dealership.
I'm cursed. I swear. If I can avoid it, I'll just say this: if I can avoid it, I'll never buy another used car again. Yes, I know a lot of people say you're stupid to buy new because I get the depreciation, but every single used one I bought has had something hidden with it.
Well, you need to build that caddy and ride that caddy.
But I was going to tell
First
you.
off, you needed to do brakes, shocks, pumpkin reseal, timing cover reseal for a while now.
On a almost brand new truck.
It's a 19.
Well,
it's got some years on it.
It's got 7.
What's the mileage?
53,000.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah.
It's a Ford.
It's forward.
No,
It's a
but
Ford.
problem.
Oh, I know.
Okay, I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking when I was 18 years old and I bought the Beast, which was a 73 Monte Carlo in 86. It was 13 years old and it was a one owner. I bought it from the lady I worked with. And it blows my mind. A 73 Chevrolet Monte Carlo was 13 years old when I bought it in 86. Just blows my mind, and I've seen them around town and I just don't want to go back, but it's just,
Okay.
I'm getting old.
Parker explained himself. Pooch says, yes, he is down in Texas, and it is hot and there are fires.
Yeah.
Oh, Ken, I was going to tell you too. I did a little research on the IDI. It's the Power Stroke is electronic direct injection. The IDI is indirect injection. It's a mechanical fuel pump.
Right, mechanical. Yeah.
It's EMP. It's actually EMP safe truck.
Yeah. It's he always said he wanted to build like this doomsday truck
That's a good base.
because it'll run off of like
I told
transmission
him
fluid. It'll run off of
we could put a
fire
flatbed on it.
grease.
yeah. It'll run off of anything.
We could put syrup in it and see if it'll run off of syrup.
I've actually seen.
Now
people
I
use
actually saw a guy that actually used mineral spirits.
I've seen used motor oil too.
Yeah, mineral spirits. Yeah, I mean He had a doomsday truck that he had set up where it would run off of anything that was hydraulic-ish.
The new diesels, they're so picky, but I can tell you, you ever put red dye on one, you take it to a mechanic for
one
repair.
EMP, and they're all just yard art.
All right. Let me catch up on these. So,
Okay.
Home Engine Builder said, question, what is the dream small block build? And John Doe says, my build is my dream build. I just need to install it now. Parker says, yes, use propane to find the vacuum leak. Get a green bottle with the valve and run a piece of hose from it. The motor will increase RPM when you find the leak. It can backfire, so be careful.
I get this mental picture of him coming on camera and just sizzling, just smoking.
Well,
Oops. Guys, I found it, but I don't think I wanted to know where it was. Yeah.
Parker, I
fast.
tell you what, I got a car with a vacuum leak. You want to come see if you can find it with some propane?
He will.
He will.
Next time he's in town.
Please don't do it in my garage. So
He will.
Okay, to answer my perfect small block build would be about a 430, 434 cubic inch small block with Dragon Slayer heads and all brand new dart block, the whole 9 yards, stroker, everything small block. That would be my want to bucket list. A big cubic inch small block. One for 40 years. When Speedomotive out of California used to have a 415 kit that they would send out crank rods, pistons, the whole 9 yards, and I always wanted one, but I never could afford it.
Dale says, dream SBC build is the SBC 427-434. I'm preparing to build for my 77 Z28. Always wanted to build a big cubic inch SBC.
Yep.
Christopher said, had a baby blue 74 MC with the 140 HP 350 SBC.
Mhm.
Michael says, it's okay, Chris. Ford is the best and American made. And Pooch says, the dream small block build would be just for it to run.
That's always plus.
And Parker says, I'll be home in a few months. We can do it. I told you.
Okay.
Please not in my garage, because if I have another claim with my insurance company, I'm pretty sure they'll send a
They're going to drop
rep
it.
out.
A
to
cease and
physically-
desist.
They'll send a rep out to physically kick my butt.
Yeah.
We'll clean it up there.
Home Engine says, my dream small block build would be a Brodix tall
Products.
deck block for
Yes.
454 cubes, but still be 23-degree head.
Yep.
Dave said, Grant Stevens, I thought your axle was in a Camaro. Looked back and saw it's a 14 bolt. Apologies if I gave you bad info. Yeah, Dave. God.
It sounds like we got two people that have stolen our names on here.
We ain't found another buck.
Well, they went with Grant.
No Grant, yeah.
And then John says, I have
There will
stage
never be
2
another
comp
Ken.
cam, flat Vortec, flat pistons, Vortec heads, 1.5 roller rocks, beehive springs, long tube headers, Edelbrock intake, air intake, Edelbrock carb, should be about 400 horsepower.
Nope, you just ruined it by Edelbrock carb.
John said, ban Dave. I couldn't do that to Uncle Dave.
Nah.
I can give him a
Nah.
hard time, though.
I think Edelbrock and Holly are like Ford and Chevy. Everybody has their like the preference, you know. But I
want to
just,
do like a 383
What you mean by
LS.
you people, Parker? He said the adjuster is going to show up shaking his head like, not you people again. And Dave says,
yeah.
Remind me to get full coverage on everything in my garage beforehand, including the mower.
Yeah, you should have done. You okay? You got to know Parker before what you came out of your mouth came out of your mouth, and you already slipped up. All right.
Yep.
you
this is the
invited
same
him
guy.
over.
You already threw the gauntlet down.
Yeah, you're talking. This is the same dude that when we were 17 years old, me and him went down to a Cola Casino to go blow some money, and we did. On our way back in his Zuzu Trooper, we took out a damn street sign, and the first thing that popped in his head besides "Are you okay?" is we got to steal a street sign.
Yeah, he knocked it down so it was his. Yeah.
I
And,
typed
so
it
what
to
did he
his
do?
phone.
and every time that we had to fix his truck in high school, he was coming from Parker's house.
Or Parker was behind me and following me.
Every time we had to fix his truck, Parker was involved.
I knew it was going to be good as soon as you said a Suzu Trooper.
Yeah.
And it had what? Correct me if I'm wrong, Parker, but it was like 28 by like 16 tires. They were like go-kart.
I was going to say a
tires on it.
Suzu Troopers, Chevy S10s, and Ford Rangers. Anybody that drives any of those three, they're
I learned to drive in an S10. That was fun.
yeah, they're going to be fun to hang out with, but you don't know what you're going to get into.
Yeah. Now I'm just realizing that every time he come home and something was messed up on his truck, he'd come from Parker's house.
Pooch says, if not Edelbrock, what is your choice for just a daily driver?
Holly,
Holly,
650 vacuum secondary.
the 600 vacuum secondary, or I have 750 vacuum secondary on BAM right now. Yep. I'm a Holly guy. Always have been. Always will be. Rebuild setting. It's kind of like your first car is kind of like the direction you get pushed, right? So the first time I put anything performance on, I bought an Edelbrock intake for the Holly 600 vacuum secondary. Was my first upgrade on that same Monte Carlo.
On
from
stock
back in the day.
intake?
No, I was smart when I was a young man, and I paid extra in taxes all year long, and I used it like a savings account. So I had like $800 to spend in like 1985 or 86, and that was the first thing I bought. I bought an intake and I bought a carburetor, same time, brand new in the box.
Did you ever do the old lid flip on the?
No, my friends did. Now that's proven.
That's proven.
That's proven. My friends, at the time, I was still driving the Monte Carlo, but my friends were buying the Choo Choo Customs and the higher end OBSs, and with the throttle body,
Yep.
the two egg shaped throttle body, and you could flip that lid, and you could hear it. You could hear it in the engine, you could hear it in the exhaust, and you could see it in performance because
it literally breathed because it went from the fender to the friggin' engine.
Yeah, and it was this little bitty orifice about this big, this little hose coming from trying to somehow get cold air. The factory stuff is made for sound, not for performance. So if you flip that lid and let it actually breathe like they wanted it to, they ran
Parker
much
is your
better.
Dave.
What?
I said Parker is to you what Dave is to your dad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he
100%.
said they were like 32-inch tires, but they were on 15 by 15 wheels.
Yeah, they were some RC tires.
Yeah.
They were some RC tires. That's all I remember. I remember like he showed up with, and it was like like maybe the second day that I'd ever seen this trooper.
All right, Parker. When you come in, you got to come in on a Tuesday. It's got to be around a Tuesday so we can get you here on this. Got to get you on this.
But it was like like the second time I'd seen it when we did this whole adventure. But I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, "What is up with those tires?" And he was like, "What? What's wrong with them?" And I was like, "They're stupid. Why?" Like it was like they stuck out legitimately like that far out.
I think Parker just wanted to be noticed.
Like he gutted the whole back of it. Like it was only just the two front seats in it. That was it.
Yep.
I called it his little redneck shaggin' wagon. But
Yeah. It was an interesting childhood for them.
Watch it.
Good times. Good times.
We've been over an hour.
Been over an hour. Okay, guys,
Almost
any
an hour
last
and a half.
questions? Anything last you want to say?
Anything else, Meow?
Well, spit it out, man.
We bought the boys boxing gloves, big blow up boxing gloves. I'm gonna whoop the
Snot out of him.
I'm gonna beat him. I mean, they're literally this big. They look like big beach balls, you know. But I'm gonna. I thought it was over. I did think it was over, but it's not over. Apparently, it's not. Remember, B&A Engine Works.
Parker
Remember,
said I'll gladly be on the live.
cool, very cool. Okay, just remember, help support channel. Use the links for Summit and for JEGS and B&A Engine Works. If you need work done, if you're anywhere in the 4-state area, contact Santana and
Acme Tools.
Acme Tools. But I mean, you guys have really been stepping up because like the Summit thing is really working. I mean, I really appreciate every bit of it because every little bit helps, and it helps pay for parts. It helps pay for stuff. So check out the T-shirts. She's been playing on designs, and I gotta figure out what we're gonna give away for Christmas. Knuckle sandwich. Precious says knuckle sandwich. I don't know how to pack that up and send it, but we'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yep. But I got lots of stuff coming in. Lots of companies are sending me tools and things to try out. So we'll probably do some kind of giveaway for Christmas. That'll be coming up. But the biggest thing is I got
He'll be
3 weeks. I got 3 weeks
I'm gonna
to
cast my hand.
make a cast to your
I'm gonna
hand.
make a cast of my hand, and then we'll mail it to him, and it'll be like a Jack in the Box. When they
Do
open
like
it,
the golden fist.
knuckle sandwich.
The golden
You know?
fist, yeah. But
on a C10 spring. When they open it, it'll go.
we'd be going to jail. We're not gonna do that.
All right, Meow, let's go.
All right, so appreciate you guys. Come be next Tuesday. And Parker, don't be late.
Yeah, Parker.
Don't be late.
We like
I don't
Meow.
care if there's a 2-hour time difference. You get here on time, Meow.
I'm out. I'm
Thanks. We're done. Meow. Good Lord.
Stop this thing.
Meow.
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 I look like a cat to
Meow.
you.